RiverBender.com.
Carmen and the devil walking side by side. I said, hey, Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend is still around. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny.
Welcome back to our daily show, 927, little bit of change.
Morning.
Rusty, how's life treating you, man?
Hey, I couldn't be any better. If it was, I wouldn't be able to stand myself.
Well, it's been really cool to see everything that, you've been able to have an impact on lately with the community cleanup efforts. You're keeping 143 nice. Just drove by that the other day and just made the Wood River Business Alliance or Main Street Facebook
I saw that.
page.
Thank you very much, Christine Burns, for putting that on there. I didn't even know that was there. That was very gracious of them to put that on there. Yeah, I realized that I forgot that they had rescheduled their Wood River City cleanup.
Yeah.
And I was on my way home from the park that morning, and I saw some trash, and I thought then I realized that was their day. So I just got my stuff and went on out there and participated. I didn't sign up or anything. No donuts for me. I just jumped in on it.
I love it. Hey, and then I like your hat. B&B Custom Gifts doing that.
Yes. It says Talkin Trash. That's my logo. I wish... it's just part of who I am.
I like it, man.
I talk trash all the time.
What are we talking about today?
Whatever you want to, man. It's been pretty exciting. I was like I mentioned, I got to work with. I was part of the Wood River cleanup. That was cool. I worked with the Pride group on their annual cleanup on cleaned up the Beltline.
How'd that go?
I was out there and I picked it. There's enough trash for everybody out there, man. There really is. I'm wondering what it's going to look like when they cut the grass, because there's so much trash that's been buried out there underneath the grass. Some of the stuff, like the plastic, is starting to dissolve. So it's been there for a couple of years.
And I guess they just have certain schedules for the grass and all that for
yeah,
IDOT.
IDOT does. They've always cut the past couple of years. The IDOT has had to cut back on their grass cutting just down to twice a year.
Is it just budget?
Yeah, budget concerns. And they tried to get out crews to pick up the trash before, about 2 weeks before they cut. But, and they have an emergency basis where they cut 3 times, so they automatically budget in this area. They just budget for that.
Okay.
So, but typically they're only, with the powers that be that are in charge, they only budget them twice a year, 3 times in emergency.
I'm sure it's a nightmare, though, whenever they do cut, because you're right, all the stuff that's underneath of it.
I take a lot of heat because I confiscate yard signs. I call them distressed yard signs, but I see them all. I see them all over the place. Grass cutting firms, political signs, tree cutting firms. These guys, and I understand they're trying to make a living, so they pop these signs in wherever they can. But they're illegal. They're illegal to put along an interstate. And what happens is, I couldn't be more sympathetic to them. But the guys that are cutting the grass are not. They won't stop to take those signs down. They cut right over them. They just shred them all over the place, and then it's just a problem for me. So I confiscate the distressed ones, and unfortunately, all of them have been distressed that I found. So if you're wanting to advertise your business on 143, you're going to find that your signs are going to be distressed in some way, shape, or form. And you can pick them up down at the police
how many
station.
people are sitting there probably going, I wonder where my damn sign went.
Yeah, I'm telling you where they're at. I got some of them out in my garden, and I got that I use for weed barrier, and I have some of them down at the police station.
Oh my God, I love this. That's great.
Everybody's got to do their part. That's my way of doing my part. But other than that, I've been staying busy, man. I just I'm out there on my trash route every week. And this Pride thing kind of caught me off guard. They gave me an award.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
was very nice.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, I was upstaged by an 8-year-old little boy. Sydney wrote a wonderful article about him and just cracked me up. I thought, man, I'm in competition for this award for this 8-year-old. There's no way I'm going to win this thing. But I pulled it out.
Did you?
I got some kind of consolation prize or something.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Hey, second place ain't bad. You made it to the show.
They let me up there to talk, believe it or not.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was so funny because I was scheduled to sit next to Mayor Goins.
Oh, wow.
When I got there, they go, you're sitting next to Mayor Goins, and I thought, oh, wonderful, this is going to be great, because him and I are not the best of friends, but there's always possibilities.
That's always
There's always possibilities. But he sent someone Maybe he felt the heat. I don't know. But he didn't show. He sent, I think her name is Stephanie Elliott.
Oh, yeah, Alderwoman
Wonderful
Elliott. She
woman.
is a wonderful woman.
Oh, we sat there and chatted, and we talked about her issues and our issues, and it was really nice.
Are you going to help Ward 6 out a little bit?
Probably not.
Okay.
You know, probably not. But there again, they haven't requested.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just trying. I'm very hindrance. I don't like to volunteer myself too much out there because you get a lot of requests to clean up homeless,
yeah,
and just a lot of lazy neighbors and stuff. And I'm just not into that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. That does get on my darn nerves because it's like you're going home to this every day. You know, I mean, you can obviously see the trash.
We can all do our part. And part of my shtick is accountability. You know, recently I held a park official accountable because of all the beer cans I was finding in his area. You know, and man, I'm getting like the cold shoulder now from some of the city employees that didn't like it because I called them out. But the consequences of it, the beer cans are all gone. The new administration or the new people that are taking over the Parks Department in that capacity have made an effort.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
so it was a positive thing. So yeah, my shoulders are big. I have a lot of problems that they weigh on me, but most of those problems go away because I don't have any trash to deal with. You know,
I just like you're always honest because I know the moment you said, Stephanie, that it was going to be a great night for you. Because man, Alderwoman Elliott and I, we could talk for hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was a wonderful
lady.
woman.
Good
People
lady.
are lucky. Now she told me that she's on her third term administration, and she may not do it again because she's very frustrated with the lack of support that she gets. And I think that would be unfortunate. I think if people are out there in Alton can hear my voice, I don't know that woman, but she's very concerned about her constituents. And that's something to be said. You know?
Well, for sure. And you know, with that being said, what were you able to talk about?
Just various different things in her community. Just cleanup efforts, and she feels strongly that her community doesn't get enough.
Your speech.
I just wanted to let everybody know that this award, although it's nice, but the people that drive by and honk at me and tell me thank you, and war veterans that come over and thank me, you know, those types of things are just as important as this award. Although I'm humbled by the award, people that just drive by and offer their service or thank me mean just as much. Yeah. But let's keep in mind that this is not a town award. You know, and if it was like I'm getting an award, and I told Mayor Tom Stockup I won't accept any type of award there because I don't live in the Wood River Township, but this was a pride award for the entire community. Yeah. You know, and I guess it was based out of Godfrey, and I haven't done much work up in Godfrey. So it was really very nice. It was just an award. It was a community award, and that's my whole shtick. I work for the community, man. I don't work for any particular town.
Right.
I go where the trash is, and the trash is all over our community. And they recognize me for that. I couldn't be happier. Mike McCormick, the mayor of Malton, stopped her. I talked to him. Godfrey, I'm sorry, yeah. Mike, I don't know him very well, but we chatted for a few seconds, and he goes, hey, I'm going to talk to Sydney, have her get a hold of you. We have a cleanup project we want to do. So I thought, Sydney, and then I remember Sydney's mom works for him, so I didn't know if he was referring to her. I called Sydney, and I told her to do some investigating, find out what needs to be done up there. She's already got a uniform, so I'm going to put her to work.
There you go.
We get something going up in Godfrey.
See, Sydney has the hard job. I just have to come in here and talk. She's got to roll up the sleeves, you know.
I enjoy her stuff. I enjoy your stuff. I listen all the time. I texted you the other day. You were talking about Foster's The Light in the Dark.
Oh, yeah, she's great, isn't she?
A wonderful organization. She's so sincere, and my heart bleeds for her because she's been through so much. So
got a lot of respect.
I do a lot of when I do my trash pickups, I always take a picture of them before IDOT. I register them with IDOT, and I always like to post in Facebook, this week's cleanup is in for such and such. And sometimes it's business, sometimes just a nice organization, and I've done that with hers. I don't know her. I've never met her actually, but I have done a cleanup for her because of that.
Well, and I think it's so cool that you do those things, though, because you're right. It's like you said with the award, it's a community thing. You know,
it's a good feeling thing, man. I never realized, you know, the trash is coming along. Chris Slusher's done a good job.
He has, man.
I was talking to Marcos Polito today. He's a chief deputy.
He's a good guy too.
Chief deputy from Madison County, and we was talking about the impact that they've had on their periodic police presence.
They've been getting some guys for litter big time.
And I can only testify that very seldom. I've been doing this for almost about 26 months now, and very seldom do I have a week off where I don't have much trash to pick up. And the past couple of times, I've in the past few months, I've had had a week here and there where I just went to another area to work, but that's a positive sign because my stretch is the belly of the beast where they're going to the landfill.
Yeah.
And hats off to the landfill too. They're doing some different things.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I mean, they're very gracious, man. I could call them and say, hey, you guys need to clean this area up. And then the next day they'll have a crew out there.
That's really cool to know too.
That wasn't happening before.
Yeah.
It was not happening. So yeah, a lot of positive things in that category. So I had the Wood River cleanup, the Pride cleanup. They gave me that very nice award. I'm waiting to hear back on the Madison County grants that they issued. Remember I said I wasn't eligible for a grant because I work in my community instead of a specific town.
Right.
But Roxanna has been gracious enough to find out about getting some barricades for me.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
So when I clean up stretches in their area, I'll be able to utilize their barricades, which is great because the barricades I have are heavy. I make them out of wood, and they're heavy, and so this would be nice. It'd be nice to have some safety barricades out there.
Well, and I think it's cool though that they're working with you though and recognizing that, hey, let's help this guy out if he's doing his part. That's cool.
Yeah. Now I might add that Roxanna gets like $1.6 million a year from the landfill.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty happy that they're going to utilize that grant because see, I'm hardcore on Chris Slusher and that grant that's going out there because I told him the last thing the community needs is more damn T-shirts. They issue these grants and these organizations buy T-shirts and they pass them out to everybody, and they spend more time worrying about what size you are than where the trash is at.
That's a good.
Yeah, I love being involved in these cleanups, but man, they drive me crazy because they're so loose on so many different ends. It's like, hey, we're picking up trash. Go wherever you want. Well, hell, you can do that any day of the week. You don't have to do that on a particular trash cleanup day. Get your stuff together, know where you're going to go, attack a particular area.
I agree. You got a moment to stick around, Rusty.
I got more than that.
There you go. Hey, if you want to find your pot of gold, you head over to Village Dispensary, where their inventory is as legendary as Willie's tour bus, with vapes, flowers, topical tinctures, edibles, and concentrates, accessories to brighten your day and elevate that experience. They're staff friendlier than Woody Harrelson at a hemp convention, and they'll have you in and out in no time. Visit RiverBender.com. Check out their top quality products. They got those select bricks right now on sale. Those are 2 grammers for 20% off. And then when you stop by, don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You wanna stay out with your fancy friends? I'm telling you, it's gotta be the end. Don't bring me down. No, 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 no. I'll tell you once more before I get off the floor. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down.
Welcome back, 9:42. Rusty back in studio. So, you've been using purple bags to support Denise Sparks, who, by the way, is the greatest. SparksJunkRemoval.net, environmentally and friendly, and they ain't letting trash fly out of the back of their truck. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I was hoping she would be here today, but man, she's busier than I don't know. She's busy woman. Every time I talk to her, man, she's got issues. People are coming at her for EPA reasons and stuff and trying to just befuddle her business a little bit. And I want to put something. I'm very happy that Christine Burns won that woman on the Watch
wasn't that cool
Award.
for her?
I thought that was very nice.
Because she does a lot of effort.
But I hope that they're paying attention to Denise Sparks and what she does as well.
Yeah.
I know it's a little different capacity. Christine is involved in drawing new business in the area and doing different things like that. But Denise does so much for the community with the business that she's done. So I hope at some point in time they could recognize her too, because she may not be someone to watch, but I like to watch her because I think she's outstanding.
Well, no, she is, because honestly, Rusty, I think and I've told Denise this off the air, and I can say it on the air too, it's one of those where she's doing a lot to structure her company to where she can really be a big player here within the next couple of years.
That's why I use purple bags.
Yeah.
I use purple bags because that's their color of their business, and I support the people that do things right. Sparks
And she does.
and Junk Service does things right. So I buy my own bags. I do weekly cleanups. If you see a purple bag out there alongside the road, that's mine. That's not IDOT's. That's not IDOT's, and that's because I support Denise Sparks. With that said, I wanted to tell a funny story. I talked to Chris Brown from IDOT. I work closely with those guys all the time. They pick up my trash once a week. And he tells me these funny stories that sometimes, and the guys would always go out and pick up my trash, and they'd be gone for a while, and they would come back with all these orange bags. And Chris would say, "What have you guys been up to?" And they'd say, "Well, we've been picking up trash." And they could tell no difference because IDOT uses orange bags. But once I switched over to purple bags, they could no longer use that same excuse. So when they go out and pick up my bags, they would come back, and Chris says, "What have you guys been doing?" He goes, "Oh, we've been picking up trash." And then well, that's bull crap, because I know where those purple bags come from.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we get a good laugh with that. I respect those guys from IDOT.
They do a lot of good stuff.
They have a hard job. People think it's an easy job.
Oh, hell no.
It's a brutal job because they're out there on the road all the time.
Well, and people can't drive.
Yeah. And I was attacked by a raccoon the other day. I get up early. I walk at Belk Park about 4 a.m. I don't need any stalkers out there or anything, but at 4 a.m, I'm out there. And I was walking the day of the Wood River cleanup. I was out there walking, and I noticed something on the pavement ahead of me that was kind of dark, but that's not uncommon because there's ducks out there walking around. And I got closer and closer, and all of a sudden this thing rolled over and hissed at me, howled at me, or whatever. It made some kind of weird noise. And I knew right away it was a possum or a raccoon. And then it started moving closer to me, sort of like jogging at me, and I started having to jog backwards because I was pretty startled. I didn't know what it was.
Those damn things are mean, though.
I realized it was a raccoon, so I started throwing sticks at it, trying to back off, and it would not leave. And I ran into raccoons out there all the time, and they always vamoose. They don't ever stick around.
Not around.
This was coming at me, and I kept throwing sticks at it, trying to get it to go away, and it wouldn't. And then I realized there's something seriously wrong, a distemper, rabies, or something. And then it started rolling around and scratching itself. And then it went into a period of time where it was absolutely dormant and just sitting there licking itself. And you start thinking, what a cute animal, and you walk a little closer thinking that surely this is me and there's nothing and I thought maybe this had to be a pet. And then I got a little closer and it did the same thing again. So.
Well, you know, that happened to me once with the squirrel. It was like, honestly, it wasn't a squirrel though, Rusty. It looked like a squirrel chipmunk, like, crossbreed. It was weird. It would, but it was
a hybrid.
Yeah, that's something you'd see at Walmart at 2 a.m. You know, it was just, you know, it was so bad looking. It was like it had an eye that was larger than the other, and like it had a little arm.
Wow.
Like I'm telling you, it was the whole kit
That
and
would be
caboodle.
scary to see.
It was, but it ran on 2 legs.
Oh.
It ran like a lizard. It ran like a lizard at me, seriously. It across the driveway, like trying to bite.
That is
because I was going to save its life. I thought this thing's dying. Look at it. It was mutated.
That is unusual.
It was mutated.
I'd watch. You can do what I do, man. You could call the police. See, I called the cops and I said, "Hey, what am I supposed to do?" Because there's people that walk by there, and I didn't want him attacking them. And a lot of dogs and stuff are out there too. So I thought this thing is. I'll let them deal with it. Oh my God! So they come out there. And I said, I've been standing here for a half hour watching him, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'll let you guys make the determination on what needs to be done. And he said, okay. And I walked away, and then I heard a ba-boom, ba-boom. So I just only assume Rocky the raccoon didn't make it home that night, you know. And then the cops drove by and gave me a thumbs up, like, yes, we put him down.
Well, there was my neighbor Cindy. She had a deer get in her yard once, and the poor darn thing jumped and broke both its legs on the way down off the fence. So, you know, you call the cops. This thing's in pain, and I don't know if it was the cop's first day on the job, but he missed.
Oh, wow.
That poor deer went through the ringer that day. Let me tell you, it was not a clean streak.
A trap deer is one thing about a wounded trap deer.
The best part is my neighbor took it and cleaned it in his driveway.
Hey, why not?
Why is free?
I got a kick. I do got to admit, I love the police response. They showed up in 3 squad cars, and man, they were loaded for bear. Man, they had the shotgun. Click, click. I best be moving out of here.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna follow up and see if it had rabies because I'm sure they had tested, but I just don't know if I want to know. When this morning when I was walking out there, I seen a duck run across the pavement in front of me, and about crapped my pants. Yeah, rabies is bad stuff, man. I don't want to mess around with lightning, and I don't want to mess around with rabies.
There's 2 things: lightning and rabies.
Yeah, as a walker, those are the 2 things that want to hinder you with certain places to go. Hey, that's the beautiful part about talking trash. You could talk about litter, or you could just be talking about the crap we're talking about here. You know,
that's why I like the segment.
Raccoons and rabies.
Raccoons and rabies. Well, I'm glad you picked Monday after Kentucky Derby because man, I put one on. I mean, I did.
Did you win any money on it?
Hell no.
Oh.
I couldn't win on a horse.
It was cool racing.
Oh man, that was cool. Well, like I was telling you during the break, every one of those horses was a descendant from a Secretariat. Yeah, that's
and
cool.
what I read on the news now, they're finding out Secretariat actually beat the record at Pelmont or something like that. Or,
no kidding.
Yeah, they said that they went through and taped all the tapes, and actually he was up for the Triple Crown that year. And I thought, what's all the hullabaloo? That was so long ago, but it's like anything, man. You break a record, and you know it's important.
That movie was a good movie.
I love that movie. I watch it all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, for something about that movie, you know, just I love that era. With the boxing, you know, and the horse racing. It was just such a special time. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Man, it was really fun. We went to Max, and I'm telling you, you couldn't walk in there because of the rain. It brushed everybody inside, and I'm telling you, it was a crowd. That's one of the biggest crowds I've seen.
I think they had like 150,000 people at the event.
Have you ever been to Churchill Downs?
No. I'm not a horse racer. To me, it's like, is that a sport? You know, I mean, the jockeys seem. I mean, but is racing animals really a sport? I guess it is. You know, it's just different. It's just different. When I think of sports, I think of physical endurance and human, skills and contacts and stuff like that. So I don't think much about the animals.
Well, and I went to Churchill Downs, though, man. It is the coolest damn tour. It wasn't during, like, Kentucky Derby. It was just you can go.
Yeah, it's Americana,
yeah,
isn't it?
But it was like you can go under and you can watch the races, I think, still underneath the track, too. like underneath they have a little tunnel and stuff. Yeah. And there was a couple of jockeys there that used to race there all the time, and it was just really a cool experience.
140,000 people. I mean, that's like stock car.
Well, that's Well, I mean, that's the other thing is how do you get out of that town? I mean, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 140,000 people. You'd be. I mean,
I guess in Ann Arbor, Michigan, that's a weekend thing for football. But
no, thank you. Not for me.
Imagine that. I live down in Wanda, and if I get more than 100 cars a day that I drive on my road, I'm wondering if there's a wreck somewhere nearby.
Well, and I was thinking about that because I went to a few games this last couple of weeks, and like last year, used to go to Cardinals games all the time and loved them. But now I'm getting to the point where it's like, why do I go and deal with all these damn people if I could just watch it on TV crystal clear? It's like I drink for cheaper at home.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to mention something about getting it crystal clear. I wanted to get back to the topic about a particular thing. I get hammered all the time about the name of my organization.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, by members of some prominent places in Alton, and other places, just different people. And they don't have a clue. I'm out there, I do so much community service work. Well, I do as much as I can, put it that way. But to hammer me because I call my name Chain Gang, I just wanted to explain it. When you adopt a charter from IDOT, you have to have a name that they go under. And so that's what I did. I did it solely to try and draw attention so people would slow down because I have a dangerous stretch. But what Chain Gang means is ties to my community. It's very simple. So if you want to attack me for that, go right ahead. I got big shoulders, but I'm telling you, you're wrong. You're wrong about that.
Well, and I think you're right to say so because you really do kind of, I think, get a little bit of the brunt of the stick sometimes, and you really don't have that.
Well, it's an easy target. Chain Gang, boy, that's appropriate for him. I'm an outspoken guy. I'm rough around the edges. I'm not real articulate.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But I'm not afraid to put in the work or lead by example.
Right. Well, and I think it's just a good point, too, though, that, I mean, you have the right to at least defend yourself, though, and say, hey, man, this isn't, because I've known you since you started this damn thing, and you don't have an intention like that in your body. You really don't.
Well, yeah, there's some days I do, but I don't bring it here with me on the radio program. Good. I try to keep it as positive as I can, and sometimes I don't, and I get out there and I call some things that maybe I shouldn't have. But I'm not a professional at this, man. I just do what I think needs to be done, and that's why that Pride Award meant so much to me, because it represents the community.
Yeah.
Because these political places, these towns, I mean, Tom Stalkup worked with me from the city of Wood River, and he got ostracized for that. It's just crazy because there again, the Chain Gang was offending someone. It's just stupid, and I take offense to that. But overall, I couldn't be any more blessed and happy because of the amount of people that show up that want to participate. I've gotten electronic firms down that are starting their own groups and various different things, and it's all the positives totally outweigh the negatives, and the trash is getting so much. It's getting better and better.
Well,
all
it should, because I told you before, the fact that you had to raise holy hell over trash was just ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, it was just ridiculous, and it pisses me off because you see people all the time. This was amazing, and I don't know how you feel about this. It was in the East Alton Neighbors group, thing, and because I follow all of them just to make sure I can never, I get all the details on stuff, and someone posted a picture of a car that threw trash out of the vehicle, and instead of the people getting mad at the guy that threw the trash out there, well, why didn't you get out of your car and pick it up? And it's like, okay, I get your argument, but the whole point is that this guy just literally launched trash out of his car. Why is it my problem that this guy threw trash out of his car? And I wasn't the one that made the post, but I'm getting mad for him.
Yeah, there was a gentleman that contacted me by Facebook, and he said, I would have helped you, but you cussed me out when I pulled over and asked you if you needed anything. I thought, why would I cuss someone out if they pull over and ask me? I mean, that's just so wrong, Believe me, I've cussed out many of people, but it's never been people that's called them, and that's not right. I'm wrong in a lot of things, but I try. I try. That's all. Hey, I keep telling my friends, I'm not in charge. I'm just a tool of the Lord. He put me in this. I just do what I think He wants me to do.
I love it, man. Well, and what's coming down the pipeline for you?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
I've pulled my ties away from the county. I don't go to any more county board meetings and raise Cain over there. I talked to Chris Slusher quite a bit. Like I said, I talked to the Madison County Police Chief today. I do, as far as giving them reports on what's going on with the activity with the trash. But to me, I find it so much more of a humbling experience working for members of my community as opposed to trying to get something accomplished in the county because it's so political. I mean, some of these I don't want to get into it, but some of these politicians, I view it as political figures, elected officials should be held to a little higher standards than I hold you to.
You'd think. You'd think.
But unfortunately, like we were talking about before, you get people that don't want to be attacked in that capacity, so they don't run for office. So you get a bunch of knuckleheads that run because they're good for photo shoots, or they got some ideas that somebody likes, and they're not sincere about what they're doing. And so it's frustrating at times. It's frustrating. That's enough. I don't need to get on that. It's a positive day. It's a beautiful day.
This was a great hour. This hour flew by. Thank you, Rusty.
Yeah.
Hey, really though, congratulations on your award and all that.
Yes, thank you for the group of Pride. It's funny because I hear my friends go, Pride, isn't that big gay organization?
No.
And I was like, well, what if it was?
It doesn't matter.
That'd be even more of a blessing if it was.
That's, I always, people started doing that a couple years ago. I'm like, why does it matter? Well, they can both be Pride. It's not a big deal.
Pride. There's a gym down in Wood River that does big business Pride workout.
Like you said, I hate when people get on their damn soapboxes like that. Rusty.
Yeah, I do, man. I welcome anybody that wants to come and help me and be proud of their community. Pride is what everything is all about.
Exactly, man. I love that. That's a good positive message to end on.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Hey, if you're digging into your family's roots, or if you want to explore some of the Riverbend's rich history, the Hainer Public Library District is your go-to destination. Their genealogy and local history library, My Voice Better Get Through This Because I Gotta Get Paid, is packed with resources, books on steamboats, railroads, and Alton's famous figures, plus events that bring history to life. Whether you're a seasoned researcher or just curious, Hainer Library has the tools to help you uncover your family story. Learn more at HainerLibrary.org, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way.